Bonjour tout le monde, and welcome to your quick French lesson of the day. Now, a few years ago, we were at Tom's parents' house, and his mom said something that sounded to me like this. Oh, mais on habite en Provence, donc ce n'est pas un problème ici. Which means, well, we live in Provence, so it's not a problem here. And I thought to myself, that's weird. We don't live in Provence. We live in the Loire Valley near Angers, so that was a weird thing for her to say. But later, when I asked Tom about it, he laughed at the misunderstanding, and he said I misheard his mom. And what she had said was Provence, very different from Provence. And no, it's not another city in France. What does Provence mean? Well, we're going to get into it. All right, if you're not careful and your ears are half asleep or you're just not very advanced at French yet, the two words can sound very similar, but trust me, Provence and Provence, they're not the same. So let's define the two words. Number one, Provence, Provence, that is a place. It is a geographic area of southeastern France that gets a very good reputation for being beautiful. It is. It encompasses the modern administrative region of Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, which is abbreviated PACA, P-A-C-A. And it includes the departments of Var, Bouches-du-Rhône, Alpes-de-Haute-Provence, and parts of Alpes-Maritimes and Vaucluse. The biggest city that you might have visited is Marseille, and that area is known for beautiful weather, lavender fields, the coast, and it comes up often when people talk about the south of France and places they like to visit. But number two, Provence. What does Provence mean? Well, it just means everywhere outside of Paris within France. So if you live in Provence, it means you're not in la région parisienne. You're not in the Paris area. You're in the provinces. So you could be up in a small village in Normandy. You could be in a big city like Nantes, closer to me. You could be down south by Nice, in a suburb, whatever. Provence is just everything else outside of Paris. It doesn't mean out in the boonies. It's just not Paris. And it is lowercase because it's not a proper noun. Okay? Now, anywhere else in France outside of Paris is considered Provence. Sometimes Provence is the butt of jokes to Parisians. So to many Parisians, France is Paris and that's it. Anywhere else is not worth your time. That's not true. This attitude isn't everywhere, of course, but it does exist in some circles. So let's recap. If someone says they live in Provence, it means they're in the PACA region, down south, maybe by Marseille, or Cassis, which is also beautiful. You know they're down south, but ask to be sure. That's Provence. En is the sound. But if you hear Provence with un, Provence, un, not un, it just means not Paris. Provence means you need to ask them where they're talking about exactly because it could be anywhere. Just means not Paris. So I want to hear from you. Have you ever confused these two? I have. I'm glad I've straightened it out now. And it's really hard at the beginning. Even like still now, sometimes you really have to get your ears ready for differentiating between vowels that you might not be used to. Remember, Provence, Provence. They're different, right? But do you hear that difference? Let me know below.